Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning to one and all. Page number 49, chapter 7, Human Settlements. Previously, I told you all about India, its urbanization, put it on the graph and on the map. Now we are in with Brazil, page number 49, where you have to draw a line graph from the table given just below it. Examine the graph carefully and answer the following question. That means you have to draw the graph first, related from 1960 to 2010, 1960, 70, 80, 90, 90, 2000 and 2010. So the first and foremost thing is what is the interval of data. The interval of data is obviously 10 years, which is given to you 1960, 70, 80, 90, 2000 and 2010. In which period did the urbanization occur rapidly? That means where was the period of urbanization done at a speedy rate, on a speed form, on a rapid form. Then after analyzing the graph, just read the graph properly. After you draw it, you can check it out and you can infer something from the graph itself, that what it is telling you, what it is informing you, what is it giving you the message of Brazil. If you have doubts, you can call me. I shall answer to your question personally also. Now let's move on with the urbanization of Brazil. Brazil is one of the few developing countries which is highly urbanized. Brazil's substantial urban growth process is unique and one of the underlying factors contributing to its present day rapid economic growth. Today, about 86% of Brazil population live in urban area. Obviously, the graph is telling you 84.6%, but that is a graph of 2010 and we are running into 2020. Presently, the ratio has obviously the percentage of urbanization or the urban population area of Brazil has increased to a better extent and a better life. It has reached up to 86%, whereas India has just reached up to 31% in that way of urbanization population according to 2011. We are much more behind Brazil, because not only the main reason, because difference between India and Brazil is India's population is rather large, where we are running 130 crore plus population according to 2011 census. We are in for the next census, which is 2021. The census plan is yet to be applicable. It is just working on it and people are executing all the plans for 2021 census. Whereas Brazil has just a population of 19 crores, where it is just minimum nothing, just you can say even just if you take the ratio of India and Brazil, it is 1:, around say 6 times, 1:6 the ratio in that way. Definition of urban is not very clear in Brazil. In Brazil, rapid urbanization happens mainly in the south and southeast parts, with Sao Paulo emerging as a major metropolitan and industrial region. If you have looked up into your map, political map of Brazil, you can see south and southeast region is there, showing you the various parts of the Brazilian region and telling you where Sao Paulo is. You can see it is in the south and southeast region, is mostly developed. If you look up into the transportation and communication part of it, or population, dense population, if you on your page number 39 or page number 11, you can just check it out of your textbook, that Sao Paulo is the most densely populated state of Brazil. Apart from that, you have your Rio Grande do Norte, Paraíba, Clara, Alagoas, then you have Paraná, Santa Catarina, in that way. And such a manner, we are moving towards places where Brazil has to go into such a manner into move everything in such a better way. Looking at the growth in few parts of the country, the government is promoting Go West policy, which will reduce pressure on few areas where population is concentrated and will reduce region imbalance in the country. What do you mean by Go West? Go West because Brazilian eastern part is totally populated. If you look at a map on page number 39 if I'm not mistaken. You can see the eastern part of Brazil is totally populated, totally urbanized, ample amount of transportation is there, ample amount of urbanization, ample amount of people are living, ample amount of human settlements are also there. But on the western side of Brazil you will find that there is no or less population in Brazil itself. That is why the government has made a policy to promoting to go west so that people can live and develop the western Brazil area also, even though the western Brazilian area is covered by or concentrated with the Amazon rainforest in that way, but yet there is ample amount of transportation available. You can use the navigation method, the marine method of transportation. Navigation is done on a very large scale basis through the Amazon rainforest because there is ample amount of rainfall all over there. Now on the next page, number 50, you have another chloropleth map. You can see one color is there using a different shades of the same color, that is known as a chloropleth map. Which state region in Brazil is the most urbanized? If you look at it 91 to 100%, you can see the state of Goiás, Sao Paulo, Brasilia. All these regions are really highly urbanized region of Brazil in that manner. Which state region is the least urbanized region? See the least urbanized region, you can see that Para is there. Then you have Marrao, Piau, Rondônia, Acre. All these regions are rather less dense populated regions of Brazil. That is why the government is telling them to go west so that the eastern part will have a less burden or less load on the eastern part of Brazil, and the western part will also slowly and steadily develop itself in such a manner. Which factors have affected urbanization in Brazil? That means the factors that have been affecting Brazil is obviously many different regions are there. Again, the first main factor of urbanization is you should have all the favorable conditions for a human being to survive in such a region where you have food, clothing, shelter, fresh air, clean air, no pollution region, transportation, communication, digitalization, employment, business, trade, commerce, economics, all different types of policies to be applied out there. All these things should be there on a large scale basis for any country to develop itself with human population on a large scale basis. A geographical explanation of Brazil is showing you, as you see from the map, urbanization has occurred more in the coastal states than the states in the interior of the country. States like Sao Paulo, Goiás, Minas Gerais have more urban population than states in the north, as population is less in the Amazon River Basin area and Brazilian highlands. Urbanization is also less in this part. Manaus is a port on the confluence of the river Negro and the Amazon River. Urbanization has occurred in such a region on a very large scale basis because of the navigation done on the river Amazon itself. In that way, we have the complete human settlement, what it is telling you, in such a way where you can see yourself on various figures given out there, pictures given out there. Remember, you must understand the picture because in 2019 a figure was there given, a pic was given, and I also had given in the same year one pic of the deltaic region, and more probably any of these pic may be given to you and you may have to recognize which picture it is. On the cover page there is ample amount of pictures of your tiger, your anaconda, the carnival of Brazil, Jesus Christ the Redeemer is also shown out there. Then you can see the Dal Lake of India, and on the rear side also you can see the Ajanta Ellora caves. Apart from that, inside the first page you have ample amount of pics of various animals, various wildlife, various flora and fauna of India as well as that of Brazil. Same way on the last page of your textbook, again you have the flora and fauna of India and Brazil in such a way where things have to be done in a proper manner, and it is understood in such a way to be done in a better manner. Human settlement means, again I just revise over it, where it is telling you about all human beings should be settled in places where we get all the things updated in such a manner. And what we have to do is, people will live in places where there is everything available. All favorable conditions should be available: food, clothing, shelter, air, water, and atmospheric conditions should be clean and clear. Environmental conditions should be clean and clear. All these things have to be done well, updated in such a way. If you have any doubts, any queries, any questions, you are most welcome to ask me. I am available around the clock in such a way. And in such your chapter 7 human settlement is completed. Remember, your assignment is of 11 Brazil map, 11 India map, apart from graphs that I am telling you on and off with my lectures. If you yet have doubts, you can call me, you can chat with me, I'm available all 24 hours round the clock. Remember, like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the video so that everyone can see it, view it, and you will learn with a better manner of way. Thank you. Jazakallah.